Good morning. Um, Once you open an Excel document, that particular file or document you open is referred to as your workbook. Now, a workbook comprises of a lot of sheets, and that's each sheet, like that's the interface you see, each you see or you work with. That's these here. You have multiple sheets you can work on. Maybe let's see this forward. Okay, this is for my personal business. This is another one. Let's call it tutorial. So tutorial. Then maybe this will be for exercise. You double click on it to rename it. Excel, sorry, exercise. So if you want to add another sheet, you can click on it here. So I'd like you to understand that an Excel workbook comprises of many worksheets. An Excel workbook comprises of many worksheets. That particular file you open, or when you go to your desktop and you double click and you open a new Excel file, that Excel file that you open is called workbook. Now in that workbook you have multiple worksheets where you work on. So I hope you get down. So now in an Excel worksheet you have a lot of boxes that are connected vertically and horizontally. Vertically and horizontally. Now, the vertical boxes that are interconnected with each other are referred to columns. The horizontal boxes, rows. That's a connection, an interconnection of multiple boxes that are joined together horizontally are referred to as rows, and then when they are joined together vertically, they're referred to as columns. So column, row, column, row. Now this particular one that I clicked on is called an active cell. Now what are cells? Cells are those boxes. Yes, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. Yeah. Now so when you join this together, two cells. You understand? So let's proceed. Now, as I stated earlier on, this is an active cell, another active cell, another active cell. Any cell that you have clicked and you are practically working on is referred to as your active cell. So let's now know how to identify the cell names. Every cell is like a house, and every house has an address. So for your cell, for you to identify your cell, you have to check under what column is it. Now understand that columns are identified with letters, while rows are identified with numbers. There are multiple number of rows and multiple number of columns. If you just go, see, when you exhaust A to Z, the columns now start with A B, A C, A D, A E up to AZ, and then it proceeds again with B A B B B C. Well, you can explore that on your own. As for the rows, you have 1 to 1,048,000, a huge number there, 1,048,576, I think. Yeah, rows. So your rows are much. I don't think anybody has ever exhausted that. Well, notwithstanding now, let's proceed. So if we want to identify this active cell, it's A1. It falls under column A, row 1. For this particular one, falls under column F, row 6. Yeah, F6. And here, this particular section of Excel shows or helps you identify a particular cell. So if I wish to go to F10 and I don't want to navigate or explore on the sheet, I'll just type in F10 and press enter. So it will just activate cell F10. Yeah, I hope I'm not being too fast. So the next thing now we should do, we know how to identify cells. We identify them by first checking under what column it falls under. So the letter comes first and then the row number. A1. Yeah. Now the next thing we do is, my approach of teaching Microsoft Excel is, I use a practical method, and that's why I emphasize more on business. So if you're a business person, this tutorial will be more practical for you, because you buy, you sell, you have a lot of expenditures, so it helps you calculate what you have spent, and it helps you calculate whether there was a profit or there was a loss, you know, and that's it. So now let's first start identifying our columns. So the way I do it is, the first thing you do is, in business, quantity matters. So the first column A, we type in quantity, and then in column B now, we'll then type in, we can call it cost price, expenditure, whatever it is. For those that buy from others and sell, we can maybe, let's say, cost price. Then, well, me, I'm so more comfortable with the cost price than the expenditure. It's much easier, because by the time we start calculating profits, we'll then, you know, apply the profit formula, selling price minus cost price, or the loss formula, that's cost price minus selling price. Primary school mathematics. So then, I don't know, my Excel file is slowing down too many things. Then profit. Yeah. So now, after calculating profit, remember, as a good citizen, your government has to tax you on every item you sell. So you have to calculate your value added tax. And then after that one, after calculating value added tax, you then realize your profit has been deducted with VAT. So you have to calculate your new profit. I don't know what the economists or the accountants call it. Well, I just call it new profit. Then enter. Then the next one now, after calculating your new profit, we'll then calculate now from your profit. Remember, there are two things: the money that you use as your self salary, or your spoil yourself money, and then the money that goes back to business. So I call this column self salary. And then the money that goes back to business, I don't really know the economics terms, but well, someone said profit capital, so I'm going to use it as profit capital. Yeah, enter. Now, if you notice, the spaces have been congested. So if you wish to expand your column, see, you move your, what I call it, your mouse or your cursor here to the edge. If you notice, it has changed. Click, hold, and drag. Yeah. So you do the same thing again for here. Click, hold, and drag, so that everything fits in properly. Sometimes you don't even need to click. Well, just drag. Yeah. So there we go. Now, the other thing, what's the other thing? Okay, well, by the time we start, there are other features of clicking. I mean, here, if you want to drag down, you click here. There's a small box here. Yeah. So for now, let's just stop at here. By the next tutorial, now we'll start imputing our values and then calculating one or two things. Thank you.